Hi there, it's Asia. In IELTS speaking, you often need to say if you like or dislike something. And in this video, you're gonna learn a plethora of words and expressions to express your preferences. They will help you to sound more natural and achieve a higher score for your vocabulary. In this video, you can also win a 3-month subscription to practice your speaking skills with a native speaker. Okay, let's get started. First of all, let's talk about likes and how you can say that you like something a lot. The first word is to adore. You can use it to talk about people or things. I adore my children, or I adore working with small children. I simply adore puppies, or I adore a good book. You can use it in every situation. The next word is to be crazy about. Again, it's very informal. I'm crazy about internal design, or I've always been crazy about cars. You can use it to talk about people too. I'm crazy about him, but that's probably not for IELTS. The next word is to love. I love swimming. I love vanilla ice cream. It's very common and there is nothing wrong in using common words I like, I love, as long as you don't use them every time. The next phrase means to like something a lot, to be fond of. It's a great phrase to know. You can be fond of people. It means you have warm and loving feeling towards someone who you've known for a long period of time. I've always been fond of my Aunt Ellen. You can use it to talk about things too, to be fond of something. It means to like something very much, especially for a long time. I'm fond of horses, or I'm fond of dogs. Yeah, by the way, when you're talking about dogs and cats, you can simply say, I'm a dog person, or I'm a cat person, and everyone knows who you like. But talking about fond of, here is a good example. I like to travel, but then again, I'm very fond of my home. You can be fond of doing something. I'm fond of driving and my husband is usually happy to be a passenger. Maybe. You can also use this expression to criticize someone. My brother is always fond of pointing out my mistakes. You can use fond with the noun, fond memories. This is a collocation. These are words that are often used together. I have fond memories of my childhood. Have a look at this example and think if it's correct or not. I'm fond of the movie I watched last night. Is it correct? The answer is no, because to be fond of something means to like something for a long time. And in this particular example, it's better to say, I liked the movie. I enjoyed the movie last night. You can also use fond to talk about something you dislike. I'm not fond of. I'm not fond of spicy food. It makes me cry. Or, I'm not really fond of our neighbor. She's so gloomy all the time. The next word is very common and of course you know it. To enjoy something, it means to get pleasure from something. I really enjoyed that movie, that book, or that meal. You can say that you enjoy doing something. I want to travel because I enjoy meeting people and seeing new things. Please note that you need to add ing to every verb you use with enjoy. I enjoy traveling and seeing. A great expression to use is to enjoy yourself. It means to get pleasure from the situation you are in. I enjoyed myself tremendously at the party. Or, The festival was a huge open-air event with music, stalls, and everyone enjoying themselves. A great expression to use is to be keen on something. It's informal and it means that you have a lot of interest in something or you're quite enthusiastic about something. I'm quite keen on the idea. It means you're enthusiastic about this idea. Or I quite like different sports, but I'm particularly keen on tennis. You can say that you are keen on doing something. I was keen on going to the party despite the terrible weather outside. And you can use it in negative statements to be not keen. I'm not keen on spicy food. As you know, it makes me cry. Or she's not keen on being told what to do. Now let me show you a few phrasal verbs you can use to talk about your likes. And the first one is to revel in something. It means to enjoy something very much. When I moved to London and left my parents' house, I reveled in my newly found freedom. Here is another one. Someone or something grows on me. It means that at first you didn't like him or it, but now you're starting to like it more and more. I wasn't sure about this book at first, but it's growing on me. It means at first I didn't like the book, but now I'm beginning to like it more and more. It's growing on me. Or I didn't like him at first, but he's really grown on me. At first I didn't like him, now I like him a lot. He's grown on me. Another phrasal verb is to take to someone or something. It means to start to like someone or something. So to take to doesn't imply that you didn't like it at first. I took to my new boss immediately. It means I started to like my new boss immediately. You can say to take to doing something. I didn't take to skiing straight away, but now I love it. And in this sense, you can say that skiing has grown on me. I didn't take to skiing straight away, but now I love it. It's grown on me. To take to something also means to begin doing something as a habit. I've taken to waking up at 6 a.m. every morning. Now let me show you a couple of phrases or expressions you can use. And the first one is to have a weakness for something. It means to like something when you know you shouldn't. I have a weakness for chocolate, but I know I shouldn't eat it because I'm trying to lose weight. You can also say to have a soft spot for someone or something. It just means to like someone or something very much. I have a soft spot for my cousin. Or I always have a soft spot in my heart for Paris. There is one more formal verb you can use. To relish. It's great for writing, but you can use it in IELTS speaking too. To relish means to like or enjoy something. I always relish a challenge. And that is a collocation, to relish a challenge. These words are often used together. You can say, I'm relishing the prospect of studying in London next year. And you can also use it as a noun. For example, with relish. It means with pleasure. I would go to study abroad with relish. You can say no relish. I have no relish for hunting animals. Before we continue, I want to announce a Black Friday giveaway. Right now, you can win a 3-month subscription to practice your English with a teacher from the UK, Canada, or another country you choose. Lessons will be 30 minutes long and take place twice a week. And the sponsor of this giveaway is Cambly, an online platform where you can practice your English with a native speaker at any time of the day or night. You can book lessons with a teacher you like, or book different teachers to get used to a variety of accents. You can suggest your own topic for the lesson or take their IELTS speaking lessons or even a mock speaking test. In this giveaway, I'm going to choose one winner, but everyone gets a special discount. The discount code is FASTTRACK, and you save the most if you opt for 3-month or 12-month plans. And if you change your mind, you can cancel your plan at any time and get a refund. All the information is in the video description box below. Please check it out. How can you win this amazing 3-month subscription? There are 2 simple conditions. Number 1, leave me a comment and say, what resources do you use for your IELTS preparation? What do you like most about them? Number 2, fill in this short form. It's linked in the video description box below. I select the winner in 1 week. Keep an eye on your email for results. Now, what can you say if you're not sure if you like or dislike something? First of all, you can say, I don't mind. I don't mind cooking. It means I don't like it, but I don't dislike it. I don't mind. You can also say, I don't really care either way. Or, it's all the same to me. Now, let's talk about your dislikes and first of all about the verb to dislike. In English, it's quite formal and it's actually not used in IELTS speaking or just in speaking too much. It's more used in writing. But you can still use it in certain situations. For example, there are very few foods that I actively dislike. Here, it's good. And if you're surprised to see the word foods, it means different kinds of food. I dislike being away from the family. That's quite serious and you can actually say that. But what about I dislike running? Can you say that? It sounds a bit weird. In this context, it's better to say I don't like running. I don't like is much more flexible than I dislike. In English, it is common to soften your language to sound more polite. And so phrases like I'm not keen on or I'm not fond of are very common. You can also say I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of football, or I'm not a big fan of parties or noisy parties. You can say something is not my thing. Jogging is not really my thing. I prefer playing tennis. Or music festivals are not really my thing. I can't imagine partying all day for several days. Even though it is common to soften your language, it is also common to slightly exaggerate how much you dislike something. You can say, I can't stand. I was exhausted. I can't stand being kept waiting. Or, I can't bear. This class was so boring. I couldn't bear it. Or, I can't bear having 5 cats in a house. The next verb is to hate. It is strong and serious, but in spoken English, it can be used to talk about less important things. For example, I hate overcooked pasta. Or, I hate when someone is always late. The next one is to loathe. Again, it is strong and serious, but can be used in less important situations. I loathe doing housework. The next phrase, to be allergic to something. You know what it means literally, but you can use it to say that you don't like something in a humorous way. You can't use it about anything, but it's really common to say something like, I'm allergic to housework. I'm allergic to cooking. I'm allergic to washing dishes. Now, I want to give you 2 strong and more formal verbs. You can use them in IELTS writing, and you can use them in IELTS speaking when you talk about serious topics, particularly in part 3. And the first one is to detest. It means to hate something very much. I detest any kind of cruelty. Or I detest racism in any form. So these issues are so serious that they require a serious verb. Another one is to abhor. It also means to hate something. For example, a way of behaving or thinking, especially for moral reasons. The example is, most decent people abhor corruption in government. Or, I abhor all forms of racism. Okay, these are the phrases you can use to talk about your likes and dislikes in IELTS speaking. Quite often, you also need to talk about things you agree and disagree with and express your opinion. And you can learn phrases to do that in this video. And thank you for watching me today. Good luck with your preparation and your exam. Bye!